Hello, beautiful earth angels. Give me 1 second to turn on Instagram. Here we go. Hello, earth angels. Welcome to Earth Angels Unite, transmission number 82, the solar plexus chakra and the fire of forgiveness. The solar plexus chakra is connected to the fire element in your digestion and all of those digestive organs. The solar plexus chakra invites you to align your personal will with divine will and to step into your next level of personal power and confidence. If you're feeling frustrated, disempowered, or overly controlling, look to balance the solar plexus chakra with the fire of forgiveness. So my intention with these transmissions is to gather us earth angels together and create a space of transformation, that you come one person and you leave another person, that you leave transformed. And we do this by healing the pain, healing the wounds, the issues, and the tissues. Of course, when we gather together, we are more powerful. In these transmissions, I'll be sharing teachings from my debut book, Receiving from Your Angels, 4 practices to heal your pain with angel love, and an angel meditation or activation. Over the past several weeks, almost a month now. Hi, Lauren. Good morning. We've been journeying through the 13 spiritual chakras. And so my name is Jill Kempner, angel coach and author. As an angel coach, what I help my clients do is heal the pain in their bodies with the love of the angels. And we do this by understanding the deeper meaning, going into the core of the wound and turning it into your wisdom. We do this with angel Reiki and IET, with an awareness of your energy body, with an attunement to your intuitive channels, which is our direct line to the divine. And during our moon cycles, right, those intuitive channels are expanded, are open even more, even deeper than they normally are, right? Our normal sensitivity. And of course, I want to welcome everyone who will be here live today, everyone who's connecting with the replay. Thank you so much for your love and support, that we be surrounded in a circle of empowerment and compassion and unconditional love, joy, and miracles. And so happy Tender Tuesday, happy full moon. We're on I think the final day of the full moon cycle. And so much is being illuminated, right? What is illuminated is both our shadow and what needs healing, and our gifts and the blessings, right? And that's such a gift, right? So the full moon can be a time of celebration as we see the seeds that we planted in the new moon blooming and coming to fruition. It can also be a time of completion where we're completing a cycle or completing a chapter. It's not always that, but sometimes. And of course, our awesome intuitive channels are expanded during this time. And so, good, I was just checking to see. So hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm working with a newer microphone. So, delighted to be here with you, talking about the solar plexus chakra. I'm laughing because I sort of thought the solar plexus chakra would be easier for me to talk about because I'm a fire sign, because I, have done like a lot of work with this chakra, or so I thought. I started writing it. I was like, wow, I really need to spend more time honoring the wisdom that is held within this chakra. And so I'm going to share a little bit with you today, as guided by my soul, as guided by my angels. So the solar plexus chakra is the Mani Pura, and that translates to the lustrous gem. which is kind of perfect because it is kind of like a lustrous gem. I tried to wear, I don't have yellow in my, whatchamacallit, so I wore something kind of fiery. And of course, the colors are changing, right? As we connect. Hi, welcome. Say hi if you're here. As we move from the 7 rainbow 3D chakras to the 13 spiritual 5D chakra temples, right? From those spinning energy centers to the chakra temples, the colors are changing. And so the color in the rainbow 7 is yellow, right? The 3D color is yellow. And then when we get to the 5D, it's actually a deep gold. And then with rainbow lights, which I think is really cool. And of course, connects with Archangel Raziel. The organs that are connected with the solar plexus are the stomach, spleen, and adrenals, the liver, gallbladder, and pancreas. And so issues in the tissues with those organs is a solar plexus chakra imbalance or challenge, right? And so then once I realized, I'm like, oh, this is connected with, my digestion and the digestive issues that I have. I was like, oh yeah, makes sense that I need to work more closely with this chakra. The angels that are connected with this, so there's 4 archangels. There's Archangel Uriel and Angel Aurora, and Archangel Raziel and the twin flame Archangel Chakra. So Raziel and Uriel are the keepers, right? And then they have their twin flames as support of this chakra. And it makes sense, this is a really powerful chakra. And it makes sense there's multiple archangels to help us with this chakra. And so as you may have guessed, hello, welcome. As we move up, right, we went from earth to water to fire. So we're in that fiery element now of the belly. The seed sound is Ram, R-A-M, Ram, for the solar plexus chakra. And it's the 4th chakra of the 8 physical body chakras. So once we moved into like the 13 spiritual chakras, we kind of got out of saying first chakra, second chakra, third chakra, and really just focus on calling it its name, right? The solar plexus chakra. And the solar being that like light of the sun, right? Hi, Deborah. Great. Welcome. And so I'm just tuning in to see what the angels are saying right now. So yeah, this chakra is the home of your personal power. It supports taking action, right? And divinely guided action. It houses the fire of the body in your body. It helps you align your will with divine will, your personal will. It vibrates confidence, self-esteem, and joy. It empowers your self-control, right? Your autonomy, your sovereignty. And this is sort of what the angels wanted to focus on, was aligning with the higher will of forgiveness. And I was like, oh, wow. Like, that's powerful, right? It's a powerful chakra. And I think often people think of forgiveness in the heart, but forgiveness it begins in the belly. It begins in our core. And I'll explain a little bit more why about that. And then I believe it moves to the heart, right? And, even though we're kind of separating all the chakras so we can talk about it and learn about it, they're all interwoven and connected, right? They're interconnected, right? They're interdependent. And so let me see what the angels are saying. Hello, welcome. So good to see you. I'm checking Instagram to see who's here. Hello. Hey, that's Tad. I was like, who is that? It's my bro. What's up? All right, so it's the home of our personal power. So this is something I help my clients with, reclaiming their power. The power to listen to their bodies, the power to channel their angels, right? Hear, see, feel, know, trust their angels, the power to say no and create a healthy boundary. And so, as earth angels, we need to reclaim that word power, right? And release the fear of our own personal power. Of course, power isn't about power. True power is not power over, it's power within. And that true power is peace, right? And um, the power is about loving ourselves and making yourself and your soul the authority. When the angel said that, I was like, ooh, I really like that. So, a big thing I coach my clients on is to restore their peace, right? Which helps them with their inner fire and to feel their own personal power again, right? And when we're in pain, we're leaking. When we're in pain, our inner peace is disrupted. So, tending to the pain, right? And how do we tend to the pain? Well, we listen, right? We listen with love. We call on our angel team. We bring in the energy medicine tools, right? So tending to the pain and discovering the higher purpose of the pain, all of this, right? The angels, the tools, the understanding of our energy body is so that we can understand why we're experiencing this issue in the tissue, this pain, this wound, and that we can understanding the higher purpose brings angelic pain relief. I've seen this time and time again with myself and with my coaching clients. And so one of the shadows of the solar plexus chakra is judgment and self-judgment. And I think that's why I realized I struggle more with this chakra than I realized when I started working on it, was that's like a huge wound for me. And I know it's a protector. But it's a shadow of the solar plexus, right? Judgment and self-judgment is a shadow of the solar plexus chakra, and robs you of your personal power, right? We're actually giving our power away when we judge ourselves or others. And so thank you, angels. Sorry, my throat's scratchy again. Excuse me. All right, so the solar plexus chakra houses the fire in our body. So remember, we're moving up the chakra channel, right? We move from earth to water, now to fire, right? And this inner fire is both metaphorical and physical, right? The fire of the belly to infuse your actions, right? And action steps with passion and confidence, right? Even joy, as well as the physicality of all the digestive juices, right? The fire of the digestion. So fire, like all the other elements, needs to be in balance, right? Too little fire can make you feel like sluggish and lacking spontaneity and even depressed, right? Too much fire, we're going to burn it down, right? It could be irritating, inflammatory, or even explosive. So tending to the solar plexus chakra, right? Tending to that fire within. So again, that too much fire, right? We think about the shadow of the solar plexus chakra, right? Is excessive anger, rage, resentment. And there's other things like harshness and bitterness that's also in there too. Hi, Bea, welcome. If you're here, say hi. So I'm just listening for a minute. So another quality, right? We're talking about the qualities of the solar plexus chakra and also how I help my clients with creating harmony in there is aligning your will with divine will, right? Because one of the gifts of the creator is free will, right? You have free will. You are a sovereign being, right? You're a divine being having a human experience. And part of our humanity is that free will. And so it's a gift. And this is a dance, right? Aligning your personal will with divine will. And ultimately, when we do that, when we are in that full alignment, right, which I think like everything comes and goes, right? It comes in waves, is ultimately the death of the ego. So then we can start to see all the resistance that happens, right? When we try to do that alignment. It makes here, it's like, oh yeah, it makes sense. I want to align my will with divine will so that, I'm on my highest path. But then the ego comes in with all of its stories and its wounds and its pain body. If anybody knows about that, it's me. So as humans, we struggle to surrender our ego will to the higher will of our soul, of the divine, of the angels. And I do see clients who struggle with this, right? With different digestive issues. Also the anger, right? Is going to create the different digestive issues. And that's including me, right? So we're talking about the willpower, right? So what's a shadow of the solar plexus chakra, right? Is this lack of willpower, right? Lack of willpower and or giving your power away, another shadow, right, of the solar plexus. Lack of willpower is lacking that strength or that willingness to align your will with divine will. And this isn't anything to judge yourself for. I think we can have willpower in some areas of our lives and then not in others, right? So, and that's sort of where we kind of can all help each other, right? It's like, oh, I'm really great at this, but not so great at that. And can you help me with this, right? And that's why we need a coach, right? To support us support us in our blind spots, support us in our areas where we feel, depleted. Giving your power away, right, comes from the fear of your own power or from judging yourself, right? And then not feeling your own personal power. So it takes practice and skill to take these actions, to take that aligned action step, right? That you're guided by, that's guided by the divine, right? Whether you call that God, your soul, the angels, they're all one, right? I love, one of my teacher's teacher says they're all on the same side, right? And not your ego, right? This is a constant alignment and realignment. So don't judge yourself, please. I mean, that's why the first practice in my book, right, is renew your devotion. You make that commitment, you make that devotion to align your will with divine will, to be a channel of unconditional love, to be loving and compassionate with yourself. And then we forget, right? We break the sacred promise, we fall, and then we just redevote, right? And every time we redevote, we strengthen our angelic connection. So it's a win-win. Thank you, angels. So I help my clients create a daily angel practice. This is what I do. People hire me as their coach to create a personalized, customized angel practice just for you that helps you take those divinely guided action steps that this is what my angels are guiding me to do for my highest good and highest healing. And it's going to be loving. It's going to be gentle. It's going to be, I would even say easy at times, right? There's times where it's not easy because we're working on some really big, heavy, deep stuff. But when you have someone on your side, right? When you have somebody that you're accountable to, that you are, that brings you a sense of hope and peace, that's really wonderful gift you're giving yourself. And then it's funny because I have here, while loving their ego. So I help my clients create a daily angel practice that helps them take those divinely guided action steps while loving their ego the way their angels do. The angels had me write that, so they knew they wanted me to say it. right? Because we're loving the parts of us that are in resistance. We're loving the parts of us that judge. We're loving the parts of us that are in overreaction, which I'm also realizing might be another solar plexus chakra shadow. Just kind of came to me because I'm like, oh, I have that. Man, do I overreact. Whew. It's literally, sometimes I feel like I'm this nuclear reactor. At least I can laugh at myself, right? All right, I have a couple more things to share about the solar plexus chakra before we meditate. So let me tune in and see what the angels are saying. Okay. So the solar plexus chakra empowers your self-control. And I was like, I wrote that, and then I was like, wait, what does that mean? I was like, give me some guidance on that. And then something my therapist said yesterday, which was perfect, was nothing in excess. It's like one of the golden rules, right? Nothing in excess. And I was like, ooh, right? So this isn't just about substances, although it could be. It's also about food and thoughts and emotions, right? Finding that perfect balance for yourself is the work, right? What is balance for Deborah will be different for Lauren and Marie and Bea and vice versa, right? And that's where we have to work on not judging, right? It's like what's balance for Lauren is different. It's not going to be balanced for Deborah, right? Because we're all in our own, that's where that sovereignty comes in. We're all in our own independent, sovereign, divine journey. And if we can burn up that judgment that we have on ourselves and others, which is what we're going to do today in the solar plexus chakra with the fire of forgiveness, we can really start to build our own confidence of our own personal journey and our own personal balance. Okay, downloads from the angels. Thank you. So the empowering your self-control is about self-knowledge, right? It's knowing and loving yourself, right? It's reason number 2 or 3. I think reason number 3, why you want to receive love from the angels, right? Why do we want to receive love from the angels? Because we want to know and love ourselves. When we know and love and understand ourselves, we can be that for others, right? For our family, for our coworkers, for our friends. So, self-knowledge means also knowing your edges. And because I'm a wordy, and so the word knowledge at the end has the word ledge and then has the word edge. And I was like, oh, I love that. That like totally, I just felt like that was like, it's knowing your edges, right? So many humans struggle with all or nothing, right? It's all or nothing, including me. I have those parts, right? And the solar plexus can help you with your own personal self-control. Again, that may look different from others, right? So knowing your own limits, your boundaries, and self-control comes from exploration, comes from curiosity. Another golden rule. There's 3, and I can't remember one, but it's nothing in excess and be curious. There's a third. Maybe it'll come to me. And getting to know yourself. I think this self-control reminds me of the devotion. And I like to think about, because it is, self-control is similar to discipline. Discipline is similar to devotion, right? And what is devotion in my book, right? It's love, loyalty, and enthusiasm for a person, place, or thing, a situation. And that's for yourself, right? For your healing journey. So my programs help my clients go on this journey of self-knowledge, right? It's like getting to know your pain body, getting to know those wounds through the eyes of your soul, through the eyes of your angels. I mean, how perfect is that? It's like amazing. All right. So the solar plexus chakra vibrates confidence, self-esteem, and joy, right? It's one of the joy centers. I do believe joy resides in several other chakras, including the heart and the etheric upper spiritual chakras. But the solar center, right, it's fiery like the sun and is meant to vibrate with confidence and self-esteem and joy, right? I often help my clients heal unworthiness issues. This is a big, I mean, we all have it, and we have it to different degrees, right? So we're working with building self-worth and building that confidence, the natural confidence. And many earth angels who are sensitive, right, shy away from feeling confident for fear of looking egotistical or self-centered or even narcissistic, right? And this is true confidence, is knowing that you are loved unconditionally. Like, how perfect. And when I wrote that and the angels wrote that through me, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. For who you are. And that when you shine with joy and confidence, you're inspiring others. This goes back to reason number one of why we want to receive love from the angels that I wrote about in my book, right? Is to reclaim your magnificence. I can say with confidence, I am magnificent, because so are you, right? I see your magnificence because I see my own. Does that make sense? So confidence will lead, and this is a big thing I help my clients with, right? Is it's going to lead to making healthy choices, to asking for help when you need it, right? It's like, hey, I need help with this. Like, this is where I struggle, right? That's actually confidence, to know when to ask for help. And creating empowered boundaries. Confidence can help create those empowered boundaries, those even pristine boundaries, right? That help you feel safe and worthy in your own skin. I mean, how perfect is that? I love it. Hello, welcome. Say hi if you're here. All right. So before we meditate, before we go into the solar plexus chakra temple, right? We're talking about accessing higher will, the higher will of forgiveness. So the liver, gallbladder, and spleen are where anger and judgment, harshness, and resentment are can get stored, right? Can get trapped. So anger, once suppressed, is actually the most difficult human emotion to release. And I watched unresolved anger and resentment really slowly kill my mom, both physically and emotionally. She actually ended up passing away from bile duct cancer, which is liver, right? It's liver disease, because she had a tiny little tumor in that duct, right? It was actually a pretty small tumor, but big for a duct. And I'm sure there's other factors that caused the tumor, right? It wasn't just suppressed anger, but that didn't help, right? She had a lot of suppressed anger, and I watched her struggle with it, including, and this is what I feel the angels really wanted to bring, was anger at herself. And that's something I struggle with. Like, how we're kind of like our parents, right? Oh, hi, Sarah, namaste, in ways, right? Because we have the DNA, we have the genes, the genetics, we have all that. And we have these patterns, right? I have that same pattern. I don't have it as intense as my mom, thank goodness. And I know I have it, right? So I'm working on it. Does that make sense? Because that felt like really important to name and to heal in this solar plexus chakra meditation. So this is a really big thing. And it was so interesting because there's been a series of events that have happened over the past couple of months where I find myself out loud saying, I'm really mad at myself. And it's going to make me cry, because it's like, oh my gosh, and I know it's just a part, and I know it's this pattern, but it can be really intense. So let me know if that resonates. So one of the most powerful energies in the world, right, in the heavens, is forgiveness, right? And there's a fire of forgiveness inside of you right now. It was so interesting because I like to come up with little titles to go with, and I don't do it ahead of time because it's just, there's too many titles and I just want to be in the moment. So the fire of forgiveness came out of my fingers, and I was like, oh, I like that. And then I had this part that was like, I don't know if I can live up to what does that mean? So there's my lack of confidence in myself of trusting that divine download and taking action, but I did it anyway because I thought, why not? So unprocessed anger can lead to many health and digestive issues. You know, a lot of it's interesting because I do think there's a direct connection between, and I'm going to talk a lot more about this in the fall, autoimmune issues. Actually, I'm going to be bold right now and say that's one of the issues in the tissues I want to focus my angelic work with is autoimmune issues, because there's so many people struggling with it and we don't have any answers. And I think I have the angelic, the angels know the answer, right? So that's going to be my next thing I'm working on. So, ulcerative colitis, all the Crohn's disease, all the, all the different cancers, right? The digestive, right, cancers, which are deadly, as we know. Right? How can the angelic energy of forgiveness help? That's what I want to know. Okay. And it is a balm on the anger wound, right? And here's the thing, it's not understood in the mind. It's felt, right? It's rather felt and received on a cellular level, the energy of forgiveness. Hi, Louis. Hi, Sarah, welcome. All right. That was a lot. Thank you all for being here. We're going to meditate and take a journey into the solar plexus chakra. The angels, they're so good. Archangel Raziel is the magician angel. He's the alchemist. He's the angel. He's actually considered the ultimate Reiki master angel. So he'll be channeling angel Reiki to support the fire of forgiveness, to support the solar plexus chakra healing and balance. Uriel is both a crown chakra and a solar plexus chakra angel. Works with that energy of hope and illumination and innocence, and then also that personal power, right? So both angels helping you to align your will with divine will. And the gentleness, the self-love, the peace, that if you forget that promise that you made, that sacred promise, right? That devotion, that you just recommit to it, right? Oh, that's the self-control, right? You recommit over and over and over again. All right. Okay. So just taking a few cleansing breaths. And whether you're here live in this moment or you're connecting with the replay, trusting that we're all here together. All of you beautiful earth angels, all of you beautiful lights. And just breathing and grounding. Feeling your breath anchoring you into the present moment, into your body, into your heart, and onto the earth. See those roots of light flowing through your legs, out of the soles of your feet, through the Earth Star chakra, and all the way to the heart of the earth. Feel Pachamama connect your heart to her heart, and take a cleansing breath there. Feel her vastness, feel her love, feel her bounty. As you come into your heart, bringing your hands there, the gateway of your angel's love, and saying either silently or out loud, I am devoted to receiving confidence and forgiveness from my angels. Let your heart open to your angel's love. And as soon as you say that, the angels of confidence, the angels of forgiveness surround you now. That affirmation, I am devoted to receiving confidence and forgiveness from my angels, opens your heart to your angels' love, allows you to receive their love and devotion for you. So let yourself receive that as we invite your angel team here, only those angels and guides that love you unconditionally. And especially Archangel Uriel and Angel Aurora, twin flame Aurora, Archangel Raziel and twin flame Jokara. Feel your guardian angels, feel them as guardians of this chakra, helping it come into harmony with all the other chakras and your own personal harmony within yourself. Know that they are gatekeepers and supporters of this healing of the solar plexus chakra. So just breathe. Breathe and relax. And as we begin to welcome the medicine of relaxation, relaxation is the gateway to angelic pain relief. We are looking at our beautiful temple of the solar plexus chakra. So notice what you see. I see a lot of yellow and gold. And it's interesting, I'm seeing a lot of the fire crystals, and I just saw sunstone, and I feel the steps going up to the temple are sunstone, which is really cool. So you're walking up these sunstone steps to the doors, and the doors of the temple open easily and effortlessly. And you see that the guardians of this temple, Archangel Raziel, Archangel Uriel, just inviting you in. And when you step into the temple, you feel like empowered immediately. There's this energy of power. And you feel this surge of energy move through your being. And you're guided to just look around and take it in, take in the colors and the smells and the scents, both the scent, but also the sense in your body, the feelings. And you see all these healing chambers. There's a chamber for joy and confidence and power and forgiveness and peace. And that self-control, your willpower. I mean, it's like really feeling this I don't know if it's larger than life vibration of the solar plexus chakra. And in the center of the temple, there's this beautiful fire. And the angels are saying for you to see what color that fire is. What is the color of the flames? And it may change. You may see it one way. Right now, I'm seeing what like a real fire looks like. That the yellow and the golds and the reds, of a flame. And trust your intuition. Right? We're here with the full moon, activating and opening up your clairvoyance to the next level. And as you step closer to the fire, you see all of your team, your angels and guardian angels, your allies, beloved ancestors, all of the master teacher guides, the Reiki guides, the archangels of this chakra. They're sitting all around the fire with you. And in this moment, you're being invited to relax. So whether you relax sitting or laying down, it's perfect. Relax to activate your energy body. Relax to release and receive. So just softening your muscles from your bones, letting go of any tension from your head, neck and shoulders, from your belly and back, down through the energetic roots. Feeling safe and secure in your body. Breathing and welcoming emotional relaxation. So knowing there's room for all of your feelings and emotions and parts, that your soul, your angels, love all of them unconditionally. And that's not to be said lightly, but lightly. So the spaciousness for you, your inner world, your wisdom, your truth, your power. It's like, that's what I feel is happening, is like space for your personal power. So just breathe and welcome mental relaxation. And hear the seed sound of Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. Coming forward, that mantra, soothing the mind, feeding the fire of forgiveness. Harmonizing the temple. Breathing with the spaciousness in the mind. Open to miracle mindedness, open to divine downloads. Opening all the chakra temples. And then breathe and welcome spiritual relaxation, space for grace. Okay. Oh, well. Thanks for fixing it, angels. We love you. All right. It's all divine. So in this moment, just surrendering your pain, surrendering that judgment, that unforgiveness, that anger, whatever it is, whatever that shadow of the solar plexus chakra is, surrendering it into the arms of your angels. Making space for grace, making space for divine order, trusting you're exactly where you're meant to be. Thank you, angels, for drawing near at this time and revealing to us what we most need to know. So you and your team stand now around the fire and you feel so connected, so supported, so loved, so empowered by your team, and they are radiating to you this energy of confidence and self-esteem and joy, your true nature. And then consciously releasing into this fire of forgiveness anything that is not serving you. Let go of the anger and self-anger. Let go of the judgment and self-judgment. Let go of the fears of your power. Let go of any lack of self-control or discipline. Let go of the angel saying this fear of failure that's blocking the confidence and the ability to again and again and again align your will with divine will. So all of this is going into the fire, and we ask, what lesson am I learning from this pain, from this wound, from this issue in the tissue? And as that's happening, Raziel is in front of you, Uriel is behind you, and he's there empowering your solar plexus chakra with all the angel Reiki symbols, right? Restoring your confidence, your self-worth, and your joy. And it feels so good. It feels enlivening, energizing, empowering, helping you to reclaim your personal power with all the angel Reiki symbols into the solar plexus. And then you feel it move up the channel and down the channel, right? So there's this beautiful harmony of all the chakras. So anything else, alchemizing all these lower energies into the fire, transmuting it all. Anything else, any pain, any resistance, any worries. Just letting it all go. Feeling your will, this commitment, right? I align my will with divine will. Today, now, in this moment, and over and over and over again. And so we ask the angels, anything else? Well, they're saying, thank you, angels, to let that answer to that question, what lesson am I learning from this pain, come in perfect timing. It may come right now when you heard it, right? What lesson am I learning from this anger towards myself, this judgment of myself or others? It may come in a dream, or when you're taking a shower or a bath, or walking the dog or doing dishes. So, or taking a nature walk. It's all perfect. And just let that. And it may come, they're also saying, in bits and pieces. So you may get one, you may not get it whole. You may, but you may not. So knowing it'll come as you're ready to receive it. That feels really important to name that. Thank you. So stepping back and seeing that beautiful fire of forgiveness, knowing this medicine of forgiveness, the power, the higher will of forgiveness is within you and around you. And the most important person to forgive is yourself. I fully forgive myself in all directions of time. I safely release stored anger, harshness, and self-judgment as I embody peace and self-forgiveness. So feel the angels of forgiveness, the angels of peace, the angels of power surrounding you. Know that you can return to this beautiful solar plexus chakra temple anytime by returning to your breath. So as we bring our hands to our hearts in prayer mudra in deep gratitude, we dedicate all the healing that you received today to all our relations in all directions of time. Feel, see, know, and trust your angels are bowing to you with so much love and devotion and compassion as we seal our meditation with a namaste. Namaste, my friends. Awesome. Well, hopefully the angels will fix it. The Facebook towards the end just got kicked out. So that happens every now and then, especially with the shadow of the retrograde, but it's okay. I'll have to troubleshoot how to work with that while I'm live. All right. I love you all. Thank you all so much. It's such a pleasure and an honor to connect with you in this way. If this resonated with you, feel free to like, share, comment. I love to hear from you. Thank you, Bea, for saying that. I'm devoted to receiving confidence and forgiveness from my angels. Good. She said permanently now. I know, but we have to keep asking, right? Because that's part of the aligning our will with divine will. And it builds, right, that spiritual mastery that we're looking for. Um, if you are interested in hiring me as your angel coach, you can sign up for a free breakthrough conversation. This conversation is over Zoom. It's 1 hour. And what I do is I help you to understand the angelic perspective of your pain, give you some action steps that can support you in healing that. And then if we're a good fit, I share the details of my coaching program with you. I do have 3-month coaching programs as well as 6-month coaching programs. Many of my clients renew with me and keep coaching with me because they're getting results and it works. So, especially if you're going through something physical pain, I would love to help you unpack that, understand that, and transform it, right? With the love of the angels, helping you build a spiritual practice that will stay with you for lifetimes. So all that information is on my website, jillkempnerhealing.com. I'll also put the link to the breakthrough. I'll put the link to the application on the comments. And then I'm going to be this Friday at the Hippie Hangout, leading an angel meditation outside. Looking forward to it. I think it starts, there's a kind of a fluid time, but about 7:30, I'll be leading an angel meditation in circles. So I'm really looking forward to connecting with you and your angels there. I will be back next week for the heart chakra, I believe. And I'll see you soon. So again, thank you so much. I do send this, if you're not on my newsletter, again, you can sign up on my website. I'll put the link here too in the comments. That's the best way to stay connected to all the offerings that are coming up. I have so many wonderful offerings coming up in the fall, as well as the continued chakra channel journey that we're taking for the free YouTube lives. And I send the replay in the email, so it can go directly to your inbox. So, all right, I love you all. Mwah. Have a beautiful fiery day in this summer season, and I think we're in Leo now too. So, yay to my fellow fire signs. And I'll see you next time. All right, love you. Thank you. Bye.